Hey fellow agents, this is Agent Smith and we're playing Quest for Glory. This is the first one in the series, and I actually went back and decided to fix my character, so now I have a name. Same stats and everything. My stealth is definitely increasing as I go, walking around like I am, particularly on a screen like this. You can see, it doesn't bring up characters by pressing a letter, but as you can see from walking around, my stealth is increasing, so as long as I do this enough, it'll make it a whole lot harder for people to see me. You do this all the time and practice all your skills, you're good. This Adventurers Guild Hall reminds you of the one in your hometown. The traditional moose head and other stuffed monsters, Saurus, troll, griffin, dragon, cheetar, and the terrible Antwerp adorn the walls. You see a registration book on the table and the bulletin board full of job listings. The man seated near the window must be the guild master. He is snoring. Let's take a look. Let's just sneak on over and take a look at their book. I wonder if I can max out overall skills or if it's only the one. This entry was made several years ago. It says, Baronet Bernard von Spielberg killed a troll near the Flying Falls on the 23rd day of October. Excuse me. Any more? Gotta wait for each of his snores. The other pages record the exploits of great adventurers of Spielberg's past. The names Wolfgang Abenteuer and Baron Stefan von Spielberg appear most often. Gotta wait between his things. The remaining pages are blank, awaiting further tales of adventure. Well, let me put some in there. You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. Go check out the bulletin board. I want to take a look at all those things up there too. Let's see. Reward for the return of a lost ring, inquire at the healers. Reward of 30 gold coins for the capture or death of the brigand warlock. Description: short, ugly, wears brightly colored robes, has a habit of laughing continually. Inquire at Spielberg Castle gates. This one says, this poster is rather dusty and faded. The picture of a small child with braids. Reward of 50 gold for the safe return of Elsa von Spielberg. Inquire at the Spielberg Castle gates. Notice, spell components needed. Cash or trade for potions. Inquire at the healers. Wanted, brigand leader. Description: unknown appearance. Wears a cloak. Must provide proof of the leader's identity. Reward of 60 gold coins and a title of hero of the realm. That's the one I want. Inquire at Spielberg Castle gates. And this poster seems to have been here for a while, as it is a picture of a handsome but arrogant young man. Reward of 50 gold coins for information leading to the return of Baronet Bernard von Spielberg. Inquire at the Spielberg gate castles. You take the poster, no other adventure. If you take it, okay, I can't take the posters. Boo. It looks like it must have been a particularly nasty troll. You wouldn't want to meet him in a dark forest. The plaque reads, troll slain by Wolfgang Abenteuer. Even in death, this monster remains awesome. The plaque reads, dragon slain by Baron Stefan von Spielberg. This head is like the head is like a panther's, but with a strong human-like quality. Still rather frightening. The plaque reads, cheetar slain by Wolfgang Abenteuer. This is certainly a weird one. You've never seen anything quite like it. The plaque reads, Antwerp slain by two guys from Andromeda. A Space Quest reference for you. This crossbred breed of eagle and lion could have torn a man apart when it was alive. The plaque reads, Griffin slain by Wolfgang Abenteuer. Plaque under the moose says, courtesy of the Sierra Online prop department. And I've never seen a purple Saurus before. He came to Spielberg, but it looks like a really stupid monster. The plaque reads, Saurus slain by Hans Halfwitten. Past Adventure's armor suit, you wonder why he doesn't need it anymore. And then you see the cheetar claw marks. This tapestry is so rotten that it would probably fall apart at the slightest touch. So it looks like this old guildmaster doesn't do much adventuring anymore. Still, he looks like he was plenty of tough in his day, and he probably has many a tale to tell. Hopefully you can talk to him. The guildmaster appears to be hard of hearing. Perhaps you should get closer. Let's nudge his ass awake. Wake up, you. I was so busy I didn't notice you come in. Welcome, welcome. It is so seldom that I have new adventurers here. Most people think this valley is cursed. Yeah, well, whatever. I always look for the word bowl. Yes, I was, as I was saying, where were we? You're gonna tell me about this place. This is where the adventurer can find out who needs someone brave and courageous. There are many jobs on the bulletin board over there. And it is also a good place to talk about adventurers on a cold afternoon. We used to play cards here once a week as well, but there are too few adventurers in the Spielberg anymore. They all died from monsters or brigands, or they just got too old. Like yourself. Adventures? Did I ever tell you about the time when Schultz and I rid the Valley of Antwerps? Yeah, we were really adventurers then, and this was a real guild hall. Now we are just old men, and this is just a place to tell old stories. Monsters like what? You can see some of the types of monsters that live around here if you look at our walls. There are trolls, griffins, cheetahs, manta rays, and goblins wandering in the woods. I hear there are even some ogres and Saurus Rexes back in this valley. There was a time when Schultz and I had gotten rid of most of the monsters around here, but we are just too old for that now. Whoosh, I can ask about all of them. Alright, tell me about trolls. Trolls are very tough. Fortunately, they only come out at night. The woods are very dangerous at night. And the Saurus? The Saurus is a monster easy to avoid and easy to kill for skilled adventurer. I'm not skilled. What about ogres? Ogres are a lot like goons, but even meaner. Not as bright, though. Goblins? Goblins are not tough, but when they gang up, they can take out any unwary adventurer. And the Cheetar. The Cheetars are ferocious creatures that charge out of nowhere and try to tear you to shreds. Sometimes they succeed. Manta rays. Those weird things are magical. They are best avoided. And Saurus Rexes? Don't mistake those things for Sauruses. When they come at you, it is sometimes best just to run away. So Saurus Rexes are worse than regular Saurus? Anyway, your bulletin board has a bunch of stuff on it. Over on the wall over there is where the jobs are posted for adventurers. Some have been there a long time now, and there just aren't too many good adventurers around here lately. Well, what's about all the rewards on there? You need to talk to either the Baron or the healer about that. It says all the money's in them. Okay, where's the healer? Her house is just north of the town gate. She's a nice woman. So I guess out of the back from where I started? The castle? The castle is just north of the healer's house. Okay. Word. Giving me a layout. I should draw a map for this thing. I think I remember correctly, kind of need a map to play this game. And trophies. Schultz and I killed most of the monsters on those walls. Alright, man. Well, I don't want to know. Oh, wait. Go back, go back. I can actually go... Wait. Oh, I went too far. There we go. Trophies. I'm going to read about each of these trophies. A lot of conversation to be had here. The dragon. One day, years ago, a pair of dragons tried to take over our valley. We adventurers rode out to meet them. I can still see Stefan von Spielberg charging forward on his black horse. We slew that dragon whose head you see on the wall, and the other one flew off. I hear people see that other dragon flying high overhead sometimes, but it has never dared to attack us again. And the Antwerp? This valley was overrun by those odd monsters one year. Schultz and I fought long and hard to rid the valley of the things. We might have failed even so, had it not been for those two peculiar tourists who came to our aid. Tourists. They said they were from some place called Andromeda. Must be some place south of here, I guess. They certainly were odd. The moose. That was the most vicious moose I ever saw. Nearly bit my nose off. But it's a prop. And the troll, I remember the day I killed one. It was the biggest I had ever seen. It put up a tough fight, but I was tougher. You can see the results on the wall. And the cheetar head? Watch out for cheetars. I bear the scars of my fight with the one on the wall to this day. Still, it is stuffed and I am still alive. And a Saurus. I remember when Hans killed the one there. It was tough, a tough fight for him. Hans Halfwitten? He wasn't much of an adventurer, but he did manage to kill a Saurus before he made the mistake of tangling with a troll. Alright. We'll have to meet up with that guy. He's got the skills to teach us how to begin paying the bills. Oh, let's see. I think that's all of the ones for that. And you are Wolfgang Abenturer, the guildmaster of this hall. I should probably start with that. Guildmaster, huh? I am supposed to keep track of all the adventurers and make sure they sign their names in the log. There was a time when I would go out and rescue foolhardy adventurers who got into too much trouble, but I don't get out much now. Okay. And a curse. Yeah, the Baron losing his son and daughter, Baba Yaga, all the monsters, and now the brigands. It has just been one thing after another. The Baron. Baron von Spielberg was once a brave protector of our valley. We used to adventure together when I was younger. No brigand or monster would dare show his face here if the Baron had not angered Baba Yaga. Now it is said he goes nowhere and sees no one. The son? Now theirs was a hero, and worthy of the name Bernard von Spielberg. He rode off to hunt one morning 5 years ago, and his horse returned with large claw marks on it. No sign Bernard's body was ever found. Maybe he's the brigand's leader. I forget the story on this one. And the Baron's daughter. Elsa was a beautiful 8-year-old child with blonde hair and sky blue eyes. She was her father, the Baron's joy. 10 years ago, she was carried off by something which flew over the wall and away with her. The search for her lasted many years, but at least everyone gave up except the Baron's jester, Yorick. Who's Yorick? Yorick was a funny little man, but brave. He swore he would spend his life searching for Baron's Elsa. Okay, what's a Baba Yaga? That you know of her anyway. She is the center of our problems, I think. Baba Yaga is a powerful ogre. Baron von Spielberg tried to force her to leave this valley, but she cursed him. Now the Baron has lost everything but this land, his land, and I don't know how long he will keep that. What our valley needs is a hero. That's me. A real hero is someone who didn't start out strong or powerful, but uses his courage and brains and skills to become the best he can be. That'll be me. The brigands. There is a reward for anyone who can stop the brigands by capturing or killing the leader of the brigands. You should read the bulletin board for more information. I've read all of those. Let's see, Spielberg itself. Spielberg town is small now that most people have been driven off by the brigands. This is such a pretty place, too, with the mountains, forest, and waterfalls. Mountains. The mountains surrounding the valley are very high. Snow covers the tops all year. The only way out of the Spielberg Valley is through the pass, though I hear that is blocked by snow again. Yeah, it was when I came through. The forests are full of monsters and strange creatures. There are some nice waterfalls of the southeast of town, and they fill Mirror Lake, which is lovely but icy cold all year around. Okay, and the waterfalls? There are some nice waterfalls in the southeast around town. I guess it read that automatically for me. This town used to be a thriving city before the brigands drove most of the people off. Okay, man. Oh, geez, there's so much to ask. The whole episode's gonna be learning about everything there is to know in this town. The magic shop. I don't know much about the magic, but the woman who runs that place scares me. Dry goods. Caspar at the store would like to be an adventurer, or so he says. He spends too much time dreaming and not enough doing, I think. The tavern. I have never liked that place. The bartender smells all the time, but he is not very friendly. Crusher lives up to his name. He is nasty even for a goon. Goon. Goon is a lot like an ogre. Not as tough, but a little smarter. The sheriff's Otto and Crusher at the tavern are both goons. Like an ogre with intelligence. What about the bakery? I think the bakery is almost always closed now. The baker tries to stay away from his wife. And the butcher? I don't think the butcher shop is open much anymore either. And the farmer's market. The farmer's market is run by the centaur Henrik Ferdef. Oh my goodness. Ferdefadern. Whew, boy, what a name. And his daughter Hilda. Centaurs. There are not too many centaurs in the world. Henrik and Hilda are good people. Sweet. I believe that covers that whole category list. Schlossmeisterson and I have been friends for a long time. He too was once a real adventurer. Now he is just the sheriff of this town. And Otto? I like Otto, even if he is a goon. Schultz has him almost trained. Cool. Well, whoa. There was a secondary one for it. Oh, I just explained the goons again. I'm an idiot. Alright. Well, thank you so much, good sir. Alright, we'll try to take a walk around the town and see what else I can find. He passed out as soon as I walked away. Jeez, dude. Let's take a walk around the town and see what else we can find. I believe that I'm actually building a decent stat upgrade while I do all this, too. Yes. My intelligence is going up, too. Oh, I wonder what from. Just learning the knowledge, probably, from talking to everyone. So they basically teach you that all of the stuff you do and all the things in an adventure game will actually build you up. So I'm going to sneak my butt across town. Here we are to the east of the town. You can smell apples as you approach this corner. Good day and welcome to Spielberg. Would you like to buy some apples for my nice fresh fruits of vegetables? Apples. You see a charming young centaur with the upper torso of a teenager and the body of a filly. There are a variety of vegetables for sale, and the shopkeeper is a centaur. Alright. The scales are used to weigh the vegetables. What's your name? I am Hilda, daughter of Heinrich Ferdefadern, the farmer. Farmer, huh? My father is a fine farmer. My father is Heinrich Pfefferdern. She's very straightforward, ain't she? And farm, we have some land on the north of town. It is very big, but we grow many things. You should be here during harvest time, then you would see many fruits and vegetables. Not too much to pick from, I guess. And your mother? My mother has been dead for 3 years now. I still miss her. Sorry to bring up a sore subject. Yeah. Want a date? Thank you, but my father thinks I am too young. You would not permit it, but perhaps next year. Can't believe date was an option on there. What about this market? This is where I sell things for my father's farm. And I think that covers the same track of stuff. I mean, we could check it. Yep, fine farmer, Fernan. Many things. Reminder of her mother again, because that's a horrible lamb. Vegetables? We have many kinds of fresh vegetables for sale today. There are carrots, rutabagas, parsnips, and potatoes right from the ground at 5 for a silver. They are very good for you. We also have some apples. Apples. There are still some apples left from last season in the barrel. You may buy 10 for a silver since they are so small. And the carrots? Carrots are my favorite vegetable. Of course, because you're half horse. What a stereotype. Geez, Sierra. They are so crisp and sweet. And rutabagas. Rutabagas keep well over the winter months. The parsnips? Parsnips can be made into tasty pie. Ugh. I don't know about that one. And turnips. Turnips are good if you cook them in the stew. That wouldn't be bad either. Right, and do you know anything about these brigands? They have twice robbed my father of his money, and they have tried to steal our food during this winter. That is because we farm outside of town. The brigands would not dare to try that in town. The sheriff would stop them fast. Let me buy all your apples. Apples. Carefully select 10 of the best apples in the barrel. I'm gonna buy a bunch of apples. All the apples. I have way too many apples now. You know what? I should be good on food though for a while. 50 small apples. I will never have to eat again. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and continue this in the next one. We still got more town to check here, and we still got more people in this town to go through. I know that it seems a bit long for it to do, but we have to develop the area and the story, and then we can get out there and adventure, and you'll see what I mean by this game being somewhat difficult in its madness and things we have to do. So, hope you guys have been enjoying this, and if you have, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.
Hey fellow agents, don't forget to like and subscribe by clicking the button in the center of the screen. You can also find the last video by clicking the button to the left, and you can take a look at some of the other stuff I've done by clicking the button to the right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day.